Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 3.9 of the Living to Thrive with Cancer podcast. I am excited to share with you today that registration to join my group program, Living to Thrive, is now open. If you are a woman living with cancer or are moving through the cancer process or are trying to reclaim your life after cancer, this program is for you. It's a 6-month program where you can follow my 5-step process to move from survivor to thriver. I love this program so much because it allows women like you to come together twice a month and in a private Thriver community space where you can learn and grow together. And it is totally based on the work that I have done for the past 9 years on myself to move out of just surviving from day to day and into fully thriving in my life. Now, inside Living to Thrive, you get 3 modules based on the body and the mind and the spirit, and each of those modules is broken down into more specific topics with downloadable handouts and videos and audios that support your path to thriving. And because I don't want it to be complicated or overwhelming, there's a step-by-step plan and a workbook that will guide you through your 6 months of personal growth. Registration is open until Thursday, February 15th at midnight, and you can join through 6 monthly payments of $87 or a single payment of $497, and that's in Canadian funds, by the way. And because I believe so much in this program, I also want to offer you a 90-day money-back guarantee. So you can go to www.catherinewhite.coach/living to thrive to become part of this 6-month group coaching program. The link will be waiting for you in the show notes. All right, in today's episode, I'm talking about power words. Words that are going to make a huge difference in how you see yourself and your life with cancer. We're going to take a look at what is a power word, why now is the time to start using them, and how to get started. And if you're a new listener, I want to welcome you to the podcast. You've landed here for a reason that you may not be aware of yet, but I'm confident that you will figure it out. And if you find what you've learned here today to be helpful, please share it with other people that you think could benefit from this episode. Sharing helps me to support more people living with cancer and help them to move from survivor to thriver. And if you want to go ahead and also give me a follow on Instagram, I would love to have you as part of that community. You can find me at Catherine White Wellness. Give me a follow and then take a screenshot of that follow and send it to me in a DM, and I will send you a free copy of my guide to managing cancer in everyday life. And if you are watching this on YouTube, just give me a follow and subscribe below, and you can become part of my Thriver community. All right, we have lots to cover, so let's get started. If you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you will know that I'm not a user of fight language. I prefer softer language that soothes the soul and calms the central nervous system. So you may be wondering, well, why am I talking about power words? Well, there's a difference between words that emote anger and are a call to fight, and words that empower you to take action and create self-belief. These are the words that we're going to talk about today. I have taken out of my vocabulary words like fight, kick cancer's ass, F cancer, battle, victory, and all the words that feel like an angry call to action. And that's a personal choice for me. Instead, I've embraced words like navigating cancer, gratitude for my medical team, living with cancer, and the whole concept of not fighting, but instead working with the process and supporting my health in a loving and gentle way. Now, this may not be for everyone, but I know that as I made this shift, I found myself more calm and able to face difficult situations not feeling as elevated and angry. And that in turn has allowed me to bring in other skills like breath and mindfulness and grounding that keep my emotions from running away on me and keep my brain from going into a place of fear and panic. Now, a power word does not have to be an angry word. A power word can be a word that inspires you, that builds you up, that creates self-love and self-belief. A power word can calm you and help you to find peace within and without. Wherever you are in your walk with cancer, whether it's in the early season of just diagnosed, or the time of action where you're in treatment, or the moving forward season where you have rung the bell and been transitioned to follow up and monitoring, you can start shifting into power words. It is never too late. Power words are empowering words. They are the language that you can choose to use and even teach the people around you to use. The words don't elevate you or ramp up your stress, but instead, like I said, they help you to feel confident and calm. So let me give you some examples of power words and how and where you might use them. Now, I want to preface this with the fact that some of these words and phrases may feel really uncomfortable right now. You may even feel downright angry with me, but this is good. Creating this emotional response in you is creating awareness, and awareness creates the opportunity to make changes. Okay, here we go. Let's start with our list of words and some examples of how you can use them. I'm going to start with the word grateful. I am grateful they found the cancer so that I can start healing. I am grateful for my medical team who is supporting me in this process. Strong or strength. I am stronger than this. I have the strength to do things I never thought I would have to do. Motivated. I wake up motivated to take care of myself. I am motivated to make changes that support my healing. Unstoppable. I am unstoppable. Healthy. I am healthy. Now this belief, I want to talk about this for a second. This is a belief that you need to create. It may feel contradictory, but trust me, your body wants to be healthy and you need to be its cheerleader. So I am healthy. You just say that over and over and over. Achieving. I am achieving success day by day through my thoughts, actions, and words. Forgive. I forgive myself and free myself. I deserve to forgive and to be forgiven. Now, this may also feel uncomfortable. We need to talk about this one too. This might feel uncomfortable, but there's a lot of healing that happens when you stop blaming yourself. Oftentimes, people who get cancer think that they did this to themselves, and that's not a healing thought. It can keep you stuck. You didn't do this, and it's time to let go of that thought. I forgive myself and free myself. I deserve to forgive and be forgiven. Healing. I am healing and getting stronger every day. Choice or choose. I choose to believe myself. It is my choice of how I move through this process. Determination. I set goals and go after them with all the determination I can muster. And my favorite, I am a beautiful miracle. Now, to get started making this shift, you're going to want to start listening to yourself. Listen to how you speak, the words that you use, and even the tone that you use. Awareness is the first step to creating change. And once you become aware, I want to invite you to be gentle with yourself. How you speak has either been part of your vocabulary over your lifetime that you learned as a child, or the words and the language that you learned from friends or at work, and even in your desire to fit in with others. So it can also be part of the language that surrounds cancer, that fight, battle, lost language. Changing how you speak takes time. The first step, like I said, is to be aware. Aware that you use language that no longer serves you, that makes you feel stressed, that makes you feel uncomfortable. The second step is to notice and catch yourself when you use words you have decided that you no longer want to use. And this will take awareness, but it will also take time. Remember, we have been conditioned to talk about cancer from a place of anger and fear. When you hear yourself use old words, pause and restate what you were saying using your new words. Eventually, the old words will slip away, and so will the feelings that go with them. And instead, you're going to find yourself reframing how you talk about cancer. And I want to offer that when you reframe how you talk about cancer, you may just find yourself reframing how you feel about cancer and how you choose to live with cancer. I don't believe that you want to be elevated and angry. Your body will feel these emotions and it won't know what to do with your desire to be healthy because it is overridden by the angry messaging that you're using to describe what's happening. How you talk to yourself, to God, to spirit, to the universe, to whatever it is that you believe in makes a difference. In my coaching practice, we talk about how to reframe language and the law of attraction. My clients say that they feel so much more calm when they shift their language from angry to uplifting. Living in self-belief and creating the belief that you can move through the process feeling love and support for yourself is part of being that exceptional healing patient that I talked about in season 1 and 2. Part of being exceptional is being willing to make changes. Then I want to give you just 2 last thoughts that you can borrow. I love my body. I calm my mind. I nurture my spirit. And another, happiness is a choice, and today I choose to be happy. This is living to thrive. This is part of making a shift. Together, we can change the language around cancer and the beliefs around cancer. Recently, I met someone who learned that I had a stage 4 diagnosis. And she said, "Isn't stage 4 terminal?" And I replied, "Not for me, and not for everyone." That is my belief. That is how I choose to see my life. That is the language and the thoughts that we can change when we empower ourselves with living a different, more peace-filled way. This is living a life that fills you up and gives you joy and confidence and even makes you feel a little uncomfortable so that you can grow as a person. Don't let your preset thoughts and ideas of how to talk about cancer control you. If you have a thought or use traditional cancer-related language, ask yourself why. Ask yourself if that language feels good for you. If it does, great. But if it doesn't, you can shift how you think and how you talk. You don't have to allow a diagnosis to control your life. There are things that you can do to start supporting yourself, and I am excited to share with you those things in my signature group program, Living to Thrive. So if you feel called to take the next steps, if you feel like you're ready to start making shifts and change in your life, the link to learn more about the program and to join us is at www.katherinewhite.coach/living to thrive, and you'll find it in the show notes. My hope for you, truly deep in my heart, my hope for you is that you can shift from survivor mode into thriving, and I would love to be part of that shift. And friends, if you have enjoyed this or other episodes, I would really appreciate it if you would leave a review wherever you are listening. This helps me to reach more people like you who are looking for support and guidance and a different way to live with cancer. Hit subscribe. Make sure you follow the podcast so you can gather the tools and strategies that can bring you into your thriving life. Thanks so much for being here today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. And may you live your life to your fullest, follow your heart, and thrive in all you do.